Have you ever walked into a Japanese home and wondered how it manages to stay so spotless all the time? No dust, no clutter, everything in its place, as if time simply stood still inside? It's not magic, it's mindset. There's something in the way the Japanese see their homes that completely transforms how they care for them. And what if I told you that you could apply this same approach in your home without moving countries or spending extra hours cleaning? I'm the facilitator, and today, we're going to explore the secrets of Japanese organization, simple, sustainable, and deeply mindful habits that explain why Japanese homes always seem clean, light, and welcoming. It all begins with a gesture so common in Japan that it has become a symbol of respect and care. Taking off your shoes before entering the house. It may seem like a small detail, but it's one of the biggest pillars of cleanliness there. Upon entering a Japanese home, there's a small area right at the entrance where people leave their shoes before stepping inside. This area acts as a transition zone between the outside world and the inner space of the home. This act goes far beyond etiquette. It's a way of separating what comes from the street from the family environment. Dust, mud, pollution, and germs stay outside, keeping the home a clean and protected space. Think about how much time and effort you'd save if outside dirt never made it into your house. This simple change already reduces much of the daily cleaning needed. Tell me in the comments, do you have this habit at home? Or do you still walk in with your shoes on? But the secret doesn't stop there. In Japan, there's another custom that makes all the difference: cleaning a little every day. No waiting for the weekend to face a long, exhausting cleaning session. There, cleaning is a natural part of daily life. Finished cooking? Wipe down the stove, wash the dishes, clean the sink, and dry the counter. Use the bathroom? Leave everything in order before you go. These small daily gestures prevent dirt from building up and make cleaning feel light and effortless. There's no constant feeling of being behind on housework because cleaning never becomes a burden. This discipline comes from a deep sense of respect for the space you live in. The result is a home that stays tidy, stress-free, and never needs those overwhelming deep cleans. Another essential point is the use of simple and natural products. While many countries rely on countless chemical cleaners for every kind of mess, in Japan, people trust basic, effective solutions. Vinegar, baking soda, alcohol, and reusable cloths are the preferred allies. These products clean well, cost little, and don't harm the environment or your health. This care reflects an important value in Japanese culture: respect for nature and simplicity. The home is seen as an extension of life's balance, and taking care of it with natural ingredients is also a way of caring for yourself and the planet. But perhaps the greatest secret of Japanese organization is the minimalist lifestyle, which means living with less but living better. In Japan, the concept of less is more isn't a trend. It's a philosophy. Homes usually have few pieces of furniture, few objects, and a simple but meaningful decor. There's no excess, no over-decoration. This simplicity brings an immediate sense of calm and harmony. The fewer things you own, the less clutter can exist. And of course, the easier it is to clean. Many people think minimalism makes a home feel cold, but it's the opposite. It creates warm, light, and pleasant spaces where every item has a real purpose. Within this way of living, there's a beautiful principle: the value of empty space. In Japan, the space between objects is seen as something important. It gives balance and breathing room to the environment. It's like the silence between notes in a song. Empty space isn't wasted. It's what allows things to breathe and the mind to rest. Instead of filling every corner with furniture and objects, the Japanese appreciate the absence of excess. This brings harmony and visual balance. A house with open space conveys peace and a sense of order, and best of all, it's much easier to clean and keep organized. Now think for a moment, how many things in your home are there simply out of habit, not out of necessity or affection? How many objects take up physical and mental space without real purpose? This reflection lies at the heart of the Japanese way of organizing the home. In Japan, every object has a specific place and a reason to be there. Storing something isn't just putting it anywhere, but consciously choosing where and how that item belongs. That's why they use practical and well-thought-out storage systems, boxes, dividers, shelves, and neatly arranged drawers. Everything is easily accessible, yet nothing is left scattered around. This logic prevents chaos and turns tidying up into something natural. The secret lies in understanding that every object has a purpose and a home within your home. When you know where everything belongs, clutter ceases to exist. And more importantly, you free yourself from that constant feeling of tidying and retidying the same things. A question for you to reflect on. If someone walked into your home today, would they be able to tell where things belong just by looking? If not, maybe it's time to rethink your organization system. Another powerful lesson comes from the feeling of gratitude toward objects. The Japanese writer Marie Kondo, known for her organizing method, made this concept famous around the world. Before getting rid of something, she suggests thanking the object for fulfilling its purpose. It may seem simple, even overly symbolic, but this gesture completely changes how we see what we own. Gratitude turns letting go from an act of disposal into an act of respect. You acknowledge what that item represented, and that makes decluttering feel lighter. Over time, you end up keeping only what truly matters, what brings joy, usefulness, or fond memories. This mindset naturally reduces the accumulation of things and makes the environment freer and easier to care for. Fewer objects mean less clutter, less dirt, and less stress. Deep down, the real difference is in the way of thinking. The Japanese don't clean just to have a pretty home. They clean because caring for the home is caring for themselves. Cleaning and organizing aren't isolated chores, but reflections of a way of living. When you see your home as an extension of who you are, everything changes. The act of sweeping, arranging, or cleaning becomes a moment of presence, almost a ritual of peace. And you know what's most interesting? None of these habits require extra money, free time, or effort beyond the ordinary. Taking off your shoes before entering, cleaning a little each day, reducing excess belongings, using simple products, and respecting empty space. All of this is within anyone's reach. The secret lies in consistency. It's the small daily gestures, repeated with care and intention, that transform a home into a peaceful and pleasant space. Perhaps the greatest lesson we can take from this culture is that true cleanliness begins in the mind. When thoughts are cluttered, the home tends to reflect that. And the opposite is also true. An orderly environment brings clarity and serenity. How about testing it? Choose one room in your house, remove everything that no longer serves you, thank the objects that are leaving, and reorganize the space with purpose. Then, observe how you feel. The Japanese style of organization isn't just about practicality. It's a philosophy of respect, balance, and simplicity. When you start living with less, you discover that you need very little to feel good. Japanese homes show that beauty lies in lightness. That living well isn't about accumulating, but about appreciating what's essential. Imagine walking into a home where every object has a purpose. The air feels light, and cleanliness seems to happen on its own. There's no sense of exhaustion just from looking around. There's peace, and that's something you can create too. You just need to shift your mindset. See your home not as a storage place for things, but but as a space that reflects what you value. Now tell me, which of these Japanese habits will you start applying today? Will it be taking off your shoes before entering, doing small daily cleanings, or reducing the number of things and living more lightly? Leave your answer in the comments. I'd love to know what your first step toward transformation will be. Japanese culture teaches us that true luxury isn't about having a lot, but about living well with what you have. So next time you look at your home, remember, it's a reflection of who you are. Taking care of it is taking care of yourself. Maybe the secret to the perfect home isn't about doing more, but about doing less with more awareness, more lightness, and more love.